prayed. I really want to believe you prayed well and enough. All right, so quickly invite all your friends. I thought you should be doing that while you were praying, but I want to go right into it so that we'll move quickly on our work this evening. And what we have to do this evening is learning to build relationship, right? You want to see my face? Okay. Learning to build relationship. Healthy one anyway, not just any other relationship, because people can just build relationship, yeah, but the healthy relationship is how we learn to build one, which is very important this evening, that we know how to build a relationship. But I have so many questions, and yes, I have a slide that I would love to share with you. All right, so stay tuned to the slide. All right, I said how to build healthy relationship, because that is the focus of our teaching this evening. I said to build healthy relationship is an intentional thought and action plan to having a better life. Why did I say better life? Because we are created for relationship. I love the fact that the Director Sheye did opening prayer, and she prayed that because we are created for relationship. We are created to relate with people. Oh, I'm sorry for that typo error on our relationship, but of course, and looks like we spelled real, and then yeah, so we live in the reality of our relationship. Okay, so as food is to the body, so is relationship to our lives. So we can't do without it. Even Jesus had to relate. Even Jesus had to build people, right, with him. And so they had to be on the journey together to feeling destined, feeling purpose. So when we talk of relationship, doesn't have to be a marital relationship, doesn't have to be a husband and wife kind of thing, right? But it goes way beyond that. It comes on more, not just only in singles and married, and oh, you're married, you're not married, you're cutting, you're in a relationship, you're seriously searching, you're not searching, but that you build relationship even when it comes to your area of finance, when it comes to your work, your business. All right, and I want to tell you for free, okay, that sometimes the lack that you experience is based on your lack, all right, or on your inability to forge relationships, to build strong relationships, to build, to forge alliances, to build collaboration. All right, it might really be that. It might really be that. I have said you should pardon me for that typo on that relationship, okay? So I said we breathe relationship, we exhale relationship, in the sense that sometimes you have a relationship for a particular time and sometimes it just won't continue over the years, right? Maybe for each season, you tend to have people you relate with on different bases, all right? And somehow you would have rubbed each other off, you rub off on each other, on your lightness, your goodness, your love, all right, your care. At some point, maybe you're close to certain people and they do ask, how are you doing? So they go that extra length, right? And sometimes maybe you don't even have them anymore to even ask you and all that. So what are you breathing in? See, if your relationships around you is actually toxic, you are breathing in not oxygen. You are not helping yourself. You are doing a lot of damage to you, because if each time you think about the people you have relationships with, there's little or no positive effect it could have on you, then there is a problem. Then there's a pointer to certain things that there is actually a problem that you are not looking at, So we breathe relationship. What relationship are you breathing? If I may ask you, what relationship are you breathing? What? Is it toxic? Is it healthy? Are you always the one that maybe your kind of relationships you have, you're always the one doing the supply? People make a lot of demand and you don't even have anyone you can demand from, right? No one you can rightfully demand. I'm not talking of demanding money. No, help, succor, care, support. Might just be advice, might just be someone to lean on. I love the picture here that I use on the slide. Do you have someone to lean on? I love that song that says, we all need somebody to lean on. Maybe you're doing superhero, super macho, or you're trying to be the superwoman of the house, and so you're overwhelmed. You're Superman of the house, you're overwhelmed. Even Superman in these movies, they still rest. So yeah, do you have someone you can rest on? Do you have someone that when you're fact out, totally fact out, you can call on for help and they will be able to help you? So the relationship you choose leads you on the journey of healing or hurt. So you're the company that you keep. Sometimes I've been, okay, let me just set an example. I had a meeting with some people, and so while we were talking, I asked them certain questions. They complained about their company, complained about their friends, complained about this, about that. So I just flipped the table, I flipped the coin, right? I said, okay, this way, you're talking this, you're saying this. Do you do this too? Do you da? I said, no, since they don't do it, I don't do it to them. So you're waiting for someone to rub your back before you rub their backs. So at the end of the day, I just had to tell them plainly that you are the company you keep. So if your company is hostile, you're probably hostile. Trust me, because if you're not hostile, somehow you will find your way. Even if you keep getting better, somehow someone will find you, or you find your way with people who are not hostile. You are the image of the company that you keep. So I want to ask you this evening, because sometimes they say, oh, please give us tips, let's build relationship. It's very easy to give you different tips, tip 1, tip 2, tip 3, tip 4, and then maybe 10 tips, or maybe just 5 solid tips with extras and all of that. But the foundation of it is that, are you good yourself? Are you healthy? All right, are you safe to be with? Are you, for example, maybe you're a very good gossip. That is not healthy. That you can't build a healthy relationship if you do that. You just wait for an occasion that one thing is happening, and then you just make it the top of the gist. Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you heard? And sometimes you're even a Christian and they're like, oh, after, let's just keep praying. Let's just keep praying. But you did not pray, but you had the time to spread the gossip. Right? So at that, you have an issue. So you must check yourself. So most times, I will just give you this blanket or general thing that you must always do. Each time you're seeking for something or you're looking at to ensure, do I have this? Do I attract this normally? On a good day, do I actually attract this? Imagine you're asking for favor. Are you someone with the attitude that one can decide to say, well, let me favor you? Maybe while you're praying for favor, that means it's not enough to pray for healthy relationship. But while you're praying for favor, you don't even show people favor. You have a long face. Bible said that a wicked man had not his face. And you always frown everywhere and you expect people to favor you. And I would say that you have misconceived pity and favor. When people have pity on you, it's different from when they favor you. You can be good, excited, everything, and then you receive favor. But pity is probably someone that really needs help, and it can be seen on their faces. And you just say, just have mercy on me. So you have pity, you have mercy or something. It's different from favor. Favor is like you are good already, but you are receiving more goodness. Do you understand? All right. So I said, you are the company that you keep. What company do you keep? Are you healthy yourself before you decide to say you want to make a demand of healthy relationship? You want to work and now have a healthy relationship, build a healthy relationship. Is someone that is well that can donate blood. If you are not well, even if your blood group is O universal donor, no one will collect any blood, not even a drop of blood from you if you are not healthy. All right. So even if you feel that, oh, you're beautiful, you have solid packaging, but if all you're using is toxicity, you're very toxic, you hurt people, you don't care, you don't really, you're just not ready. You're not prepared for it. It's not going to fall on your lap. Even if you shout it on the rooftop that, hey, I need a relationship, I need a relationship, I need a relationship, I need it. No, it's not going to work, right? It is not going to work. Okay. So I said, one of the things that you first have to do is define everything. So not only you now, you define everything about you. You define your relationships, you define you. You define where you are, you define what you put a lot of definition even to your relationships, so that sometimes you are not wishing. I've seen people wishing relationships, they are close with the guy, they are close with the lady, and they're like, I know he's thinking what I'm thinking, I know she's thinking what I'm thinking. Really? It's not possible. When you don't ask, you cannot assume a relationship. You must come out plain. You must be that bold and audacious, all right? Because we are talking about your life here. So you don't waste your time assuming, or you don't waste your time bonding with someone you're not supposed to be bonding with. So before you start unnecessary bonding, and I must tell you, when you bond, maybe these are people you even pray together, you communicate together. Each time you communicate, there is a bonding because there is an agreement. You are bonding. You talk about this finance, you guys bond. You talk about housing, you guys bond. You talk about purpose, you bond. You talk about anything in life, you bond. You talk about spirituality, you bond. You pray together. Oh, that's the height of it. Praying together, you're already bonded spiritually. Okay, so I said you define everything. I want you to define everything. I love the next slide because it says that know where you are. Know where you are is part of your definition. It is part of your definition. Where am I on this journey with this person? Are we heading somewhere? That's how people build relationship of destiny friends, covenant friends, because they define it. They say, hey, I need this, and I feel that you can be this person. Can you pray about it? Maybe you're my covenant sister, you're my covenant brother. You must see, you cannot build something healthy when you assume. For example, maybe you want to cook. You can't assume you know what all the ingredients are. Someone invites you into their home and they say, oh, please help us make jollof rice. And inside the jollof rice, you're putting oregano or peppers, just something, Nigerian jollof rice for that matter. You're not putting the necessary ingredients that you're supposed to put. All right, as you're putting cinnamon, you are putting oyster sauce, you are putting soy sauce, you are putting everything that you're just putting, you don't even know, because you just believe that they're all ingredients, they are just so one seasoning or the other just to make it all good. At the end of the day, you will not get the taste of the jollof rice that you want. So when you want to cook a jollof rice, it has its ingredients, its special ingredients for it, especially for the taste that you really also want. So knowing where you are in people's lives, or even in your own life, knowing your own stage, the stage that you are, the level you are on your journey is very important. Very, very important. So there is a definition. I want to encourage you to pick a pen and a book and write these things down, because one of the things that people do not do, I said define, you don't have time. You feel that when I'm teaching, the way I'm teaching define, it's just the way you start thinking. Let me define myself. What's my relationship with Tayo now? Okay, we're still friends. Pick a book. Are you listening to me? Pick a book. Have time for yourself. You can't build healthy relationship if you don't have time for yourself. You can't build a healthy relationship if you don't take time out to take audits. I'm still going to that point. Take audit of your life. Take audit of your people in your relationship. Do you have much enough in your bank account? to help you out. When I say bank account, I don't mean the naira here. In your relationship account, or you've expended everything, your emotions, your thoughts, your energy is in all, and you don't even know how to ensure that you're in a mutual relationship. You don't know how to build a mutual beneficial relationship. You don't. Some are in a very toxic relationship, parasitic relationship, symbiotic relationship. Yeah, I think that's the mutual one. The parasitic, maybe you are the one off someone else or someone is off you. Say, know where you are headed as well. Know where you are. Know how you got where you are. Maybe you're heartbroken. How did you get there in the first place? What is the solution? What were the mistakes that you made? All right. What were the mistakes? What were the things that you did that, oh, you shouldn't have done? But then there is always a place and how to right every wrong. Okay. So I said, know how you got there. Then know where you are headed. Knowing where you're headed is different from now redefining where you really want to go. Okay, so you got here. Oh, where am I facing? I'm even headed in this generation. Oh my God. For each of your relationships. So you are not in an undefined relationship, and then at the end of the day, the guy shows up or the lady shows up and then hand their IV, their wedding invitation to you. Can you imagine how heartbroken it would be? Know where you're headed. Ask. Don't be shy. Oh, I've been close to you. I don't know. But somehow I've been feeling this way. Do you have the same thing? Because I don't want to waste my time. You must appear logical. You must appear like you know what you're doing, because you must know what you're doing. Don't waste your life. You waste your life when you waste your time on people. Honestly, they don't exactly care. They don't care. So you don't get heartbroken. Then know where you want to be. Like I said, sometimes where you are headed might not be where you want to be. So know where you're headed and you're, oh no, this is wrong. Then let me change my direction. And I'm talking about this for every relationship in your sphere. Okay, know where you want to be for every relationship. Oh, you're my friend. This is where I want us to be. Talk about it, ask questions and all of that, so that you are not being hurt if the person is not fulfilling their own end on the bargain, especially if you just assumed. That I thought, especially for accountability partners. I thought that. No, stop thinking. Whatever the thought, don't let it stay as the thought. Express it. Communicate it. I'm sure I think it was two or 3 weeks ago that we did effective communication. All these things will be done through communication. All right. And I said, know how to get there is building your relationship. Now, knowing how to get to where you want to go is what it is to building relationship. So I said, your intents are evident with your actions. All right, you can't be thinking something else and you're doing something else. That means you are you are in conflict yourself. That means you are an embodiment of conflict. That means you don't know what you want. You don't know what you want to do. You don't know how. That means you don't even have a clue. You know, to be confused is even different from clue. Clue is that you don't even have an idea of anything. To be confused is that in the midst of a lot of ideas, you don't know what to do. So that means at least there's still idea, right? But to be clueless about relationship that you created for, it's a way to build and you're getting better. You have mentors, you have partners in business, right? You have clients, your customers, you know, you have a lot of people, maybe mentees, you have your teachers, you have your pastors, you have your parents, you have your friends, you have your family members, you have your cousins, you know. In defining all these things, it's very important. Today, I was speaking with one of the celebrants today, and I said that it's actually uncle to my children, right? I said, I went through his chat with my children, okay? And I was just looking, I said, I don't have a chat like this with my uncle. I can't even remember having that. I said, because we called our uncles daddy. And so we thrive. We think it is right. We call our uncles daddy, right? And so we want to relate to them as daddy. So we falsify these relationships. And so the authenticity, the real thing, them playing their role, you playing your role is not going to be evident. So both of you are in false roles till you erode and you don't make use of the best use of that relationship. So everyone in your life are meant to fulfill a particular role. But when you don't define it, you will not enjoy it. You see the reason why you have to define your relationship. So each person knows where they are and what is expected of them, and they play their role judiciously. Do you get where you really have to define? So even you, when it's defined, you will know what is expected of you and you're able to meet that expectation. So someone is not heartbroken and you've been in a relationship with friends and all of that, and he or she calls on you and say, hey, can you imagine? And then you stood there, you became their succor. Till when somebody else comes along and then they ditch you and then you're wondering, but I thought that you liked me. That's why you came to me as I don't want to say as an option, but as your help at that time. And I thought that we had something. And then you were heartbroken. I would say it's really all your fault because you did not define it. All right. So I was giving you that analogy of what actually happened today. And I said, I can imagine that because these relationships are not defined. So each person didn't even play their role. The person you're calling a daddy is actually not your daddy, and so cannot fill in that role as being a daddy. And so he feels in his responsibility, your aunt feels in her responsibility because you call them mommy. And so even you, as a nephew or niece, you can't play your role because you want to falsify being a child, their child, and you are not. And in fact, you'll be landed in a place of confusion, all right, in the sense that you don't know how to be their child because truthfully, you're not their child. Are you with me? So you do, at the end of the day, you won't tap into the best of these relationships, and it's just not going to worth it, all right? It's a lot of hurt, a lot of heartbreaks, a lot of expectations that will not be met. So I said, audit your present relationships, the present one that you have. That's another assignment I'm giving to you. Honestly, if you follow these things, you will enjoy your relationship. You will enjoy your relationship if you follow this, and you'll be able to build your relationship, the action plans that I'm giving. I said your intents are evident with your actions still. So audit your present relationship. Take an audit. If you don't know what audit means, just Google it and understand. In fact, to the last, what is this relationship? What is it beneficial for me? Am I saying that, what's the benefit for me? Am I saying, pardon me, okay? So am I saying that, oh, it's just everything was just benefit. Even the ones you benefit them, that you are their beneficiary, right? It's still one way or the other, have a lot of peace that you will enjoy. And that alone is a benefit, to enjoy peace in relationships. So audit your relationship. Write everything down, even their names. Have I wrongly placed these people in my life? What am I supposed to do? What is expected? And a whole lot. And you can really start a conversation in that regard. Even when it comes to business also, you should be able to define your business so that even when friends and families buy from you, they know that when it comes to business, they will definitely buy and pay. When you loan them, they should definitely pay. It's integrity. All right. So let them know that you're not just giving to them just because they are your aunties or your uncles or family and friends and all of that, but because it's business, you just want to help them and you expect that they return it because you pull that money out of your business. And of course, you don't want your business to run down, so that you are able to help them anytime they come for help. Then I said, know the ones you want in your life and where to find them. All right. You must be available to build. I love this one. And I think this is the last slide, I guess so. All right. I said, know the ones you want to build, you want in your life. So after you've made the audits, I'm sure you most likely have the ones you have to just excuse. Okay. So after you have made the audit, you have created the audit and so where do you want to go? We'll now define, where you desire you want to go. Like I mentioned earlier, we'll define the people you would want in your relationship. All right. So, and there you will realize that where can I find these people? So sometimes maybe you don't have the people you need in your life because you have not been going to where they are. If you want to fish, please tell me in the chat box, where will you go? If you want to fish, where will you go? In the chat box, please tell me. I'm there. If you want to fish, want to catch a fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I catch a fish alive, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go away. You go to the river or to the sea, beautiful. So you go to places where you can find the relationships you desire. All right, thank you. I can say that, river or sea. You must go to where you will find the people you need in your life. Maybe clients, high-paying clients, where are they? Sometimes your goods and services, you are displaying them to people in your level, but they cannot probably afford it. So where will you take your goods and services to? The people that you need to patronize you, where are they? Where can they be found? All right, these are the things this is the type of husband I want. This is the type of wife I want. Where can they be found? Don't realize it. There are some things that should not be seen on your prayer list. And the reason why they show up on your prayer list is because of lack of knowledge. All right, it's because of lack of knowledge. That is why it is on your prayer list. The Lord, just pray for favor and go to where they are. Go there, go out there. Said you must be available also to build. You cannot stay in the corner of your room and start praying for relationships that will take you to the next level of your life, that will take you to that vision that you have, to that imagination of where next you're going in life. Of your next level. You must be able to attract these people into your life. So there must be a building, like I said earlier, that you must first be healthy. Look at you. Are you healthy? Can you start a conversation in a relationship? All right, if you want to establish, how do you introduce yourself? These are the things that you look out for. I want to believe that this teaching is not just only about husband and wife. All right, kind of relationship. So even in your business, in growing your finances, you'll be shocked that sometimes it's even from your finance circle that the husband will show up, that the wife will show up. All right, so one thing will lead to someone, this lady is so dogged, this lady is so this, so that. You can't keep hiding. Listen, you can't keep hiding under personality. I'm an introvert. Oh, I'm an extroverted introvert. I'm an introverted extrovert. I'm an extrovert. No. Get all out and don't let personality something get into your head that you are not doing what you're supposed to do. Who does introvert or extrovert help when you cannot market your goods and services? Would I put money in your pocket? Let me just stay, I just like where I am. It's false humility, it's lack of understanding, it is low self-esteem, it is ignorance. Highest level of ignorance, and you are paying dearly for it. Make yourself available to build your relationships. Okay, I wrote some things down and I want to say them. Then we can ask our questions. If you have questions, you can ask. Okay. Then when it comes to relationship, I said, are you heartbroken? Why did you have this heartbreak? And if you still have the heartbreak, what should you do? How do you get healed? Or are you healed already? First, you must ensure that you are healed and healthy before you go out for a relationship hunt. You must just the way you go out fishing and all, intentionally wake up and say, I want to add one more person to my relationship circle. Maybe at least let me introduce myself to a millionaire. Maybe at least let me introduce myself to a billionaire. What program is going on? Go out there, make yourself available, connect with people, have your card. There are meetings happen every day. Maybe you need someone in government, go there to a gathering. And most of all these government programs are usually open. Go there, there's an exhibition, go fashion, just go and show your face. Meet people. Go on, make Google search, most popular person. Why are they popular? Have a link. You must build your relationship. They don't fall on your lap. Jesus Christ went around. He had a lot of people as his disciple. He had tax collector, he had fishermen, business people. He had government workers. He had practically almost anyone. Do you have everyone? Do you have someone in all sectors? All the sector. If you mention oil and gas, do you have someone there? If you mention forex, economy, blah, 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 banking, do you have someone there that can feed you with information? The basic thing about this relationship is that you get informed, and it is only those who are informed that can stay ahead and can be healthy. And you will not be running the rat race. You won't just be caught up anyhow. Are you with me? So you must never be left without someone. At least you must have someone. So you must connect with people, go to events, reach out, show concern, ask for help as well. Ensure you get help to be healthy also in case you're not. Especially, the health I'm talking about is even your mind. Okay? So you can't keep living a toxic relationship to another relationship without getting cleaned up, without getting healthy first. Okay, then I said you might be the one making a relationship toxic as well. So you must ensure you get clean so you don't soil your relationship. You've read some people and say, and they spoil that relationship, and they mess the relationship up, that kind of thing. Don't let that be your own portion and thoughts. I said, know what feelings are. Understand, and so sometimes you say, I just feel. Sometimes you're likely to respond based on your feelings. Feelings are basically data. What do you do with data? You process it. So you don't just decide based on feeling. You must process your feeling. Why am I feeling this way? What is responsible? Is it because of passport and I feel that I can still throw myself out there and swim right in the ocean and feel and get fulfilled in my relationships and all of that? So I said you must first be healthy, and then you must get yourself right before you do all these things. Okay, then you must be able to separate the eggs. I said that in the case where you take out the bad eggs, your attitude, your character, or thought that has actually plagued your mind about relationship, or even about you, or about other people, about giving people chances or giving people chances and all that. I said this makes you ready for a healthy relationship. You must be able to make audits. You must be able to, like, you arrange the closet, all right, take out the bad things and all that. Then I said you should also build your core. And while you're building your core, okay, while you are building your core, you must be able to wash or sanitize your core friends. Jesus had core. He had the inner core. He had the 120, he had the 70, he had the 12, and then he had the 3. The 3, you always see them, James, Peter, and John. They were on the Mount of Transfiguration with him. The 3 will always be in that inner circle. So I said you should also have inner circle that you build, people that can help you, maybe in the financial person, relationship person, purpose, if you just have them in your core, basically. I said they point to your makeup. So ensure sure you sanitize them. No, you guys should understand that you're on the same page and you're there to help each other. And then how to get yourself ready for healthy relationship is first being healthy. Please, do you have a question? Because I want to wrap up from here. Any questions?
Who is this?
Any question, please? Any question? Looks like we are all good. We're all good. So if you have been listening, let me quickly ask you a question. How do you build healthy relationship? The thought that comes to you, let me know. How do you build healthy relationship? I gave us a lot of tips. So there, I said relationships don't fall on your laps. You go for it. You go for it. So how do you build a relationship? Please, in the chat box, I'm there right away. How do you build healthy relationship? Should I call names? Should I call names? How do you build healthy relationship? Okay. I'm in the chat box. Since you've not asked me a question, I'm here asking. So I need an answer. How do you build a healthy relationship? Okay, Taya, you want to say something? Because you just unmuted yourself. Adekoya, how do you build healthy relationships? Okay, beautiful. Know where you want to be by communicating with the other person. Beautiful. Give the right definition to your relationships. Yes, my uncle is not my daddy. Honestly, you know, we spoke about it and I realized that it's definition. Your uncle is not your daddy. Not at all. Your uncle is your uncle. Okay, and you are not your uncle's child. Defining your relationship goes a long way. A long way. In fact, you will enjoy the relationship. Yes, know what you want. Know what you want. Know where you're going. You will really enjoy it when you, honestly, you would enjoy when you define your relationship. You know that people, some of my friends say, sis, how are you? When you hear that sis, there is a season. You know that she's my sis, especially when you are friends, you know, you say my sis, my sis, my sis. But we know that that sis is friend sis, right? And so we are there. Like Bible said that there is a friend that sticks closer than a brother. Okay, so we are there for each other. Audit my present relationships. Know the ones I want in my life. Know where to find them and be available to you. Bam, 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 bam. I'm glad you guys are listening. Ola Yinka. Okay, know the ones you want. Yes, no. Take out the bad eggs and also your own character. Remember I said it, take out the bad eggs, because sometimes you might be the one who is toxifying as it were your relationships unknowingly, right? So you must check yourself as well. Ensure you are healthy. Ensure you build up. Ensure you are attractive enough in your character that people would want to be your friend. I attended a program recently, in the course of last week. So when I attended that on Thursday, right? So I attended that program and it was time to network. Okay, so one of the women, she came to me and she's in her 50s, right? Let's go, oh, just call me Chikodili, da da da. And really, yeah. So I said, oh yeah, okay. So I just mentioned their name. So in case they are looking for Chikodili, I pity you. Okay, so she just said da. So we're talking and she just said, I just like, I said, why? She said, okay, that you look approachable, that your face is actually inviting on its own, like, come and talk to me. That is what is on my face, like, talk to me. I'm available. I'm here to listen to you. I'm here to do this. I'm here to. So while she was talking, I said, okay, well, this is what I should have. No wonder. No wonder. I said, well, it's not about the no wonder, but you must really have the disposition of what you're expecting, of what you want. So you're not saying, I'm not saying, oh, just go out and look for that person, and then you want to be a friend to someone and you're like, can we be friends? I cannot be your, but you can't give me that face and I'll be your friend. No way. Like from where? In fact, you might even say, are you talking to me? So your intents are evident with your actions. Yes, very evident. So I had that intention to meet a lot of people, and she said she could see it on my face. So simple. So you must be approachable. You must wear that garment of being approachable. Of being approachable. All right. Some people, you see them and their face is already saying, don't come close. How do you, even when they are found in where they have to build the people they are looking for to build with your face. So you must work on yourself. All right. Any other one? He that wants to be a friend, have friends, must first show himself friendly. Remember that, right? In the book of Proverbs. You can look for that. Google that and put that in chat box so everyone will see. I need to have that verse offhand. Is anyone checking that for me? Is in the book of Proverbs. He that wants to have friends, that wants to make friends, must first show him or herself friendly. Right? Yes, relationships don't fall on your laps. You go for it. Go for it. Go for it. And I remember I mentioned that it doesn't have to show up on your prayer list all the time. Lord, bring this my way. You go out and go and cross their way. So know where you are in people's lives and even in your own life. Yes, know where you are in that. Know where you are also in your life. So you will know what you need. You will know what you need. You will know what you need. You don't want to fry egg and then you mix the oil and the egg and everything and seasoning, and then you just pour it in the fry pan and say no. You first put your oil, right? Before the egg and all of that. So there is a process. So know where you are. So you know what you need at that time. You know what to take out of it. Where is that verse? I'm waiting for that verse so that we wrap up right away. And we are just going to pray one prayer point, which is very important. Have you found it? Have you found it? That's smiling. Please look at yourself in the mirror. Ensure you're approachable. Do different faces. All right. Pick your mirror and do like, I'm serious, girl. Don't come near. So you know your face, the way your face is, and if it's approachable, and try to do one that you practice it and make your face approachable. How do you make your face approachable? So you plan it, look at it very well. And by that, also study yourself to know that you are not projecting fear. You are not projecting self-esteem with your face. Practice it. Practice it. Okay. So he said it's in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24. Okay, he that must have friends must first show himself. So there's a first. You can realize that. You realize now that building healthy relationships starts with you first. I must tell you, there's nothing that happens in your life that does not start with you. It is never 100% other people's fault, other people's blame. Never 100%. You always have a part in it. So check yourself. Self-examination is very, very good, very, very solid. Way to go. Since there is no question, I asked a question. I'm glad you were able to answer, and that means you really, really followed through. And I gave you tips and assignments on what to do. Get to see it, make your audit, write it, make it plain. It helps. As a matter of fact, it's like you now have it imprinted because it's done twice or 3 times, right? While you're thinking it, you're seeing it, all right, and then you're writing it. So all your senses are practically involved. So it helps you to remember all these things. That is one. Then number 2, I said, do a practice in the mirror. Do you remember? Do a practice in your mirror. Do a practice in your mirror and check out how your face looks for every occasion. When I feel tired, how do I show up? When I feel lazy, how do I show up? When I feel low of myself, maybe not giving myself enough value, how do I feel? Do you understand? The faces, people can easily, and funny enough, the high network people that you want to relate with, they are aware of this because these are the things that brought them to that place. They worked on it, intention. Nobody just arrived all of a sudden where they are. Okay? Nobody. Yes, I mentioned that there is a friend who's 6 closer than a brother. So you can forge alliances, you can forge friends of destiny, solid ones that are really trustworthy because you talk about it. Yeah. And does that mean you shouldn't pray about it? Why not? Because you need a witness, you need an inner witness. Sometimes things might really look so good on the outside, and God is saying, no, don't go there. This person is damaged already. It's not going to help you. You are only just going to help. All right. So at that point, you know that relationship you want to have with that person is just to help the person, not that you expect or try to establish a defined relationship with that person. No. Okay. So we've come to the end of the meeting today, and I hope you have been able to glean enough, right, from today's teaching. And I pray God bless you and help you to forge the relationships that is needed. One prayer point right now, that Father, today, reveal myself to me. See, sometimes you might just feel that we know ourselves. You know, sometimes we say, I know myself. If I were in that situation, but sometimes you are never in that situation. So until you find yourself in that situation, and how you responded, that's how you will know you even respond. That's how you know that there are certain things inside of you that has just not been discovered or uncovered in any way, that only a situation just revealed it, and you don't even know you could do it. Sometimes it might just be hurting someone, or taking a revenge, and you didn't even know you could do it. So you're not exactly going to say that you know yourself. Say tonight, Lord, reveal myself to me. If there are things I need to do away with, help me. Show me that I do away with them in the name of Jesus. I want to be healthy. I want to be a better person. I want to be a better version of me in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen and amen. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. God bless you. And thank you so much for joining tonight's program, this evening's program. I enjoyed every bit of it, and I hope you do too. See you again next week, Monday. If you have any question before then, let us know. But I'm sure it's going to be another exciting topic that we will definitely get onto. I love you so much. So in case you didn't start from the beginning, please go ahead and start to enjoy every bit and squeeze every juice of it. It's always my delight to pour out, always and always. God bless you. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. I love you. I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. You're welcome. Always my delight. See you again next week.